Hey guys, Matt here. I want to do a video real quick today, and once again, like the last few videos I've been making, I want to make this video and direct it at an audience a little bit different than my normal audience, okay? And that would be a lot of the anti-gun crowd, especially those of you out there who in the last month, since a lot of stuff has been going on, I've been making a lot of pro-Second Amendment, pro-gun videos, that you guys have been coming to my videos and starting little arguments and saying lots of little things. And I kind of want to gear this towards you guys, and it's not out of contempt or anything like that or to start an argument. I just want to put forth some information, maybe get you guys to think a little bit. Because there's one comment that I've been getting a lot of lately. I've been getting a lot of comments, but one in particular that caught my attention made me want to make this video. And that is that the founders of this country, the people who wrote the Constitution, who wrote the Second Amendment, could never have foreseen, could never have imagined that we would have the type of firearms that we have today. They could never have imagined the AR-15. They could never have imagined the AK-47, the Glock 17, any of these firearms. They simply could not have imagined it. When they wrote the Second Amendment, they meant muskets, period, because they could not have foreseen the types of weapons we would have had. And so I want to talk about 2 points on that particular topic. The first one is, if you look back through history, the people who founded this country, who wrote the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Second Amendment, okay, they just in their own lifetimes during the 18th century saw a drastic change in technology, from flintlock rifles to muskets to the Kentucky rifle, on up to even a rifle that was a 22-shot repeating rifle. Okay, I don't remember the name of it. You can look it up. I believe it was French, but you know, they saw a huge change in technology just within their own lifetimes. So to say that they could not have foreseen technology advance is a ridiculous statement, because they saw it within their own lifetimes. Just as we've seen in our own lifetimes here in the last 50 years, technology advance a great deal when it comes to firearms. And to say they could not have foreseen more technologically advanced firearms coming along is like saying that we can't foresee anything past the AR-15 or the AK-47, which itself is a ridiculous statement, because both of those designs are over 50 years old. They're not modern by any stretch of the imagination. But it's like saying that when we all know we can easily foresee new technologies and new types of firearms and bullets and capabilities coming along. You know, new things are getting created every day. So to say they couldn't foresee it is like saying we can't foresee it now. It's just a ridiculous argument. But for the sake of argument, let's just say that they didn't foresee it. Let's just say that they could never have imagined the AR-15, the AK-47, or any of the other rifles or firearms that we have today. They could only see to the musket, and that was it. They, for some ridiculous reason, they thought the musket was it and it would never advance beyond that. Okay? Let's just say that for the sake of argument. Then the founders of this country would be absolutely horrified and appalled that our own government has these types of weapons, and not only has managed to keep a large portion of them away from the citizens, but is now seeking to take the rest of them away from its citizens. This was the entire point of the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and specifically the Second Amendment, was for us to have the power over our government, for us to have a show of force so that they would never try to become tyrannical in the first place. So they would be absolutely appalled at the fact that our government is holding these types of weapons that they never could have imagined, and is trying to actively seek to strip them away from its citizens. They would be insane with anger at what we have let happen, at what our government is trying to do to us. So you see the argument. Either way you look at it, saying that the framers, that the founders of this country couldn't have foreseen that we would have these types of weapons is a ridiculous statement, because whether they could or they couldn't have, it doesn't change what the Second Amendment is really about.